Hey, what's happening, all? Um, this is the video is for the YouTube channel. Um, I've been talking about depression awareness, different situations people get in, and this video is the story or the origin of when my depression happened. So bear with me a second. I'm going to get myself ready to tell you guys. Okay, I'm back. So I'm just going to get right to it. It's not easy opening up for me, but this really isn't about me. It's about you guys. But I do want to talk about the origin of my depression. So my depression started in 2010, but it wasn't until 2 years later that I realised that I was depressed. I just felt like I was just feeling low. Life was sucking at the minute, and I just tried to power on. Um, Obviously, that didn't work out. I got diagnosed with clinical depression, and I've been on antidepressants ever since. I've tried different types of medications. The one what for me, the one that worked for me, also helped me sleep, because I hardly slept, and to try and sleep, I would drink heavily, but that's that's not a road that I really wanted to take rather. Um, I just wanted to feel numb and not have these feelings and deal with these feelings for a very long time. And back in 2010, October 14th, 2010, mine and my ex's first child was stillborn. There was complications in the placenta, and whatever he was getting wasn't enough for him to grow. He was perfectly formed. He just died in the womb. His name was Zachary. Now, losing a child it's one of the worst things that could ever happen to someone. I would never wish it upon anyone, even my worst enemy, because the pain is too great. So there might be parents out there who have lost children, whether miscarriages, stillbirths, or even after the baby's born. It's losing a child is losing a child. It's a terrible feeling. I had counselling sessions, which did help, but it broke me like into a million pieces, and I've spent the last 14 years trying to pull myself back together bit by bit, and I'm still struggling with it. But I do have a daughter. She's 12. Me and my ex. It's our second child. She's doing amazing. She's in high school. She's doing really, really good, and it feels like she's been in my life since I was born. It's a crazy feeling. But that's the epicenter of my depression. Like anyone else, I've got up days, I've got down days. This YouTube channel isn't for me to give advice. It's nothing like that. It's just to share my stories, share my experiences, with anyone who watches. Because like I said, it's not about me. It's about all of us as a collective. There's different levels of depression, not just depression, anxiety, which I also have. Some mornings I'd wake up, and as soon as my eyes would open, the anxiety would just kick in straight away. The only time I felt normal was when I was sleeping. When I did finally get enough sleep, I just wanted to sleep all the time because it felt better just to be asleep and than to live each day with this condition. I've made mistakes in my life, and no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. And like I say, it's not easy to open up. You can't force someone to open up. People who deal with mental health, they have to open up in their own time. And I hope this video can give someone the courage and confidence to maybe open up and seek help. Mental health is real. We're understanding more and more about mental health issues. Treatments and things like that are getting better. If you think about this 50 years ago, people didn't really talk about it. It was something that people didn't talk about because they didn't want it to be real, maybe, I don't know. But people are opening up more and more these days, and that's fantastic. It really is brilliant for people who open up. For people who don't open up, you just gotta give them time. Like I say, you gotta be ready to open up. It can't be something forced, because you can't really help someone if you force them to open up. So just a few overviews of depression in adults. So depression is more than simply feeling unhappy or fed up for a few days. Most people go through periods of feeling down, but when you're depressed, you feel persistently sad for weeks or months rather than just a few days. Some people think depression is trivial and not a genuine health condition. They're wrong. It is a real illness with real symptoms. Depression is not a sign of weakness or something you can snap out of by pulling yourself together. People you say man up and you need to be hard and things like that. It doesn't help. You can't just snap out of this. It's inside your mind. It's like, for me, anxiety and depression, it's like holding onto an electric fence and not letting go. So the pain, the physical strain it puts on your body, that's what it feels like to me. Other people might have different feelings and different ways of explaining their depression. But the good news is that with the right treatment and support, most people with depression can make a full recovery. Now, recovery time, there is no timetable for trying to make yourself feel better, trying to tackle the depression. There isn't a time scale. There's no charts or periods and things. There's instructions on how to deal with it: treatment, medication, therapy, things like that. Support groups. Just got to cast a wide net, really, if you can. Go to family and friends that you trust, who will listen, because that's what mostly people want, is just for people to listen to how they feel, and just some people, it can't be helped when they say, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. It can't be helped because that's just the way we are. We try, as humans, as a civilization, we try to fix things, make things better. But the best thing that anyone can do, in my opinion, this isn't like a fact or anything. It's my opinion, is that if someone is dealing with mental health issues and they're having a bad time, you just listen to them, let them talk, let them get it all off the chest. Because once they've gotten it all off the chest, they feel a lot better. My advice, again, I'm not instructing you on what you need to do, but from my experiences, I bottled a lot of things up, and the pressure got to a very disastrous point, and I exploded. Because I bottled things up, it made things worse. And it was only until I had the courage to ask for help that the pressure inside me was starting to decrease. Now, it never truly fully goes away. You know, people deal with depressions their entire lives. They die with clinical depression. Yeah. Okay. So suicides in England and Wales. So this is just some stats from a couple of years ago. So in 2022, there were 5,642 suicides registered in England and Wales. 10.7 deaths per 100,000 people. This is consistent with 2021, where there was 5,583 deaths. Again, 10.7 per 100,000 people. Around 3/4 of suicides registered in 2022 were males. 4,179 deaths, so 74.1% of suicides were male. Among females, the age-specific rate was highest in those aged 50 to 54, 7.9 deaths per 100,000 people. In 2021, the highest rate was those aged 45 to 49. So I understand why people want to take their own lives. With this mental illness, you know, most of the time we can't see a way out. We just think that we're cursed for this forever, and we're always going to be feeling this. And the only way out is to pass on. Now, I attempted suicide once, and as soon as I attempted it, I regretted it. And I am very lucky to be alive today. I really am. I just thought that me not being around anymore will help. You know, I felt like I was a burden on people, and that's how you feel. You feel like you're a burden on family and friends, like you're not doing anything good, or you're just getting on the nerves all the time, and you know, you think that your children will be better off without you in their lives because all you do is bring people down, etc. But the reality is, your children want you to be alive. They want you to be in their lives for as long as possible, and that's what I did for my daughter. I've been there since day one. The hardest time for me not seeing her was when COVID hit. It was 6 months before I could actually spend time with her face to face. I spoke to her over the phone and things like that. I still kept in contact and asked how her and her mum were doing and if there's anything that I can do for them. Me and my daughter's mum, we are friends still. I still chat with her, and we maintain a friendly relationship for the sake of Amber. Um, I just hope that my daughter doesn't go through the same things that I had to deal with, or has depression in her life. But one fact is, and this is 100%, that if she does end up having any mental illnesses, I will be supporting her all the way. I will be involved in her life constantly, making sure that she's good, giving her any support that I can do things, everything that I can to help her, and that's my focus. And then that's what made me think about doing this YouTube channel. It's, even if it doesn't help someone, these videos, at least I can be open about my life and my experiences. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the main points, obviously, I have expressed. I mean, I wish we lived in a world where none of this, mental health issues were none. But the reality is, you can't escape it. It's always there. People can overcome it. They can make themselves better, but there are people who can't handle it anymore. They're tired, and I mean physically, mentally, and emotionally tired. And that's how I feel most of the time. I feel like absolute shit. Pardon me for swearing. Yeah. This has been really difficult for me to open up, but I am glad that I did it. We just have to be more open about it. Mental health issues are 24/7. It is still something that's hard to deal with, and not just for people who have mental health problems, but their family and friends who have to see their loved ones go through these terrible times. It's hard on them too, as well. And the only any advice that I can give is just be involved in their lives as much as you can. Offer them any help or support. But you might need to wait for them to come to you. Like I say, you can't force someone to open up. No one's forced me to do this. I made the decision to do this channel, to do these videos. We're all in this together. Just gotta try and keep pushing forward. Sometimes it is one step forward, two steps back. But that one step forward, that's what matters. You keep pushing forward, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. At least you keep pushing forward. I'm not a counsellor. I'm not qualified to give advice on what people need to do. It's not like that at all. I have no right to tell people what they need to do at all. And this is not what this channel is about. This channel is, for me, is to express as the best way that I can what depression is, anxiety, PTSD. And there's so many different types of mental illnesses. And I'll try and discuss each one as best as I can from my own experiences. But there are mental health problems that I haven't experienced, which I can only go by what I research and what I read. So yeah, if you are watching this video, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you taking the time and I thank you for listening to my experiences. This is just the beginning. I want to try and do more for the mental health community. You might think I'm wasting my time, but I don't see it as wasting my time. I see it as using the time that I've got. So yeah, if you want to leave any comments, you wanted to subscribe or like this video, that's very appreciated, but you don't have to. This channel isn't for me, it's for you. And I'm going to do my very best to try and help people as best I can. And if I help you today, that's brilliant. If I give you the courage to open up because I opened up publicly, then brilliant. So all I ask is that you look after each other, show kindness as best as you can, as much as you can. A smile can go a long way. Saying hello to someone, being friendly, anything positive, it goes a long way. Yeah, there are people out there that might not like this video, there might be bullies or whatever, but that's not going to stop me. That's not going to stop me, because this is something that we need to discuss. This is something that we need to be open about. And like I said in one of the previous videos, is that I will be completely honest with you 100%. So the next video I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to talk about drug use, whether it's prescribed or illegal drugs. I have some experience. I have a lot of experience in that area, but that's for another time. So again, thank you so much for watching this. It's so much love to everyone, to all you guys. You are not alone, okay? I know you may feel like you're alone most of the time, but just try and remember that you are not alone. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. Much love to you all. Thank you.